So now we're in like what 2016, something like 2015, or in that range. That's timeline.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Okay, and so that's when I started selling. So I'm coming in. I came in at 2015, and so now you're like way ahead. You're sourcing in China, and what about your team? So you said you started hiring. I know now you have a lot of staff, right? And you hire a lot in Pakistan. You do manufacturing. Like, can you guide me through the process of when did you decide, hey, I'm going to go back to my country and I'm going to start hiring people like crazy? Like, how did this whole evolution happen?
Okay. So since I was from software background, and people in software background always look outsourcing as an opportunity, because there are a lot of software jobs in India. There are a lot of software jobs in Bangladesh and Pakistan and that region. Probably most of them are India, but there are a little bit in Pakistan and a little bit in Bangladesh, some other countries in South Asia. So we were inspired by that as a software developer, that you can outsource software jobs. So let's say if I want someone to make a small piece of software, if I give that job in USA, it's going to probably cost me maybe, let's say, $100 per hour. But if I get the same job to probably maybe a relatively less skilled person, but still a decent person in Pakistan, it's going to cost me maybe $10 per hour or maybe less, right? So with that experience in technology industry, naturally we thought that rather than building our team in USA, which is going to cost us a bit more, we start building like started with a team of 4. I think the first year we had a team of about 20 people at somewhere between like 2015, I think, if I remember. So we started building a team of about 20 people over there. We had a small office, a small manager, and we hired like fresh graduates so we had a vision that go to the best schools and hire the best kids, like the top 5, top 10, the gold medalists, the second. So we try to hire the best people from. So Pakistan doesn't have the quality of resources like other countries. But in any country, if you go to the top schools of that country and try to get the best kids from there, you probably get a little bit better quality of people. So we did that. So since we were aware of those schools and we were aware, and no one knew nothing, no one was skilled in digital marketing. So there was no point of hiring like a 10-year experienced person, ask them to work on Amazon because they doesn't know anything about it. So we trained those people. So we hired the smart people, kids who were very talented, and then we trained them, and that helped to some extent. Like that went overall well. If I do it again, I'll do it differently, but that's how we start building our team locally over there.
And you said gold medalists. You mean like the top of the grades, or the top of like athletes, or what kind of? How did you identify the best kids?
So over here, I'm only going to pick some gold medalists, but over there, if you top your school, if you get the highest grade in a college, they award you like a first award, like a silver medal or gold medal or a bronze medal.
Okay. So for grades, top of grades.
Toppers, yeah, the toppers of those from top schools, the top 10, top 5 kids. So we targeted those, tried to hire some of those in the early days, mostly targeted like top schools, and then interviewed many kids. We find some good kids, we hire them, we train them. Some of them sick, some of them didn't, but we had a relatively better lot to begin with, and then we trained them, and then that's how we start managing an offshore team that was working for us.
And who did the hiring directly? Who made the hiring decisions?
Me and Andan did most of the interviews, and then when we hire some people that we believe we trust, that they interviewed some profiles, but maybe we do the final interview, or if we feel confident about the interview, or we let them hire it, depending on the position. So yeah. So if a kid already like a top 5 kid in a good school, is likely to be all right. You can take a bet on him. So
nice. And did you fly there? Like, you had the office physical, and did you like recruit people to come and move to where you were? Or is it small enough they could commute? Like, did you have to recruit people from schools far away to come and like move close to you in office, or you did remote, or what did you do?
So Karachi is a big city over there, and there are many top schools over there in the same city. So we just there wherever there are most of the commercial buildings are, we rented a space there where most people are comfortable traveling, so commuting to, and so we didn't have to like I didn't travel. I was here. We
Mm.
just built a local team over there, and they just had their own HR, their own admins, their own cleaning staff and everything, uh, and then about 20 kids working in an office.
Wow. So, and you said you would do it differently if you did it now. What problems did you encounter that you said, hey, maybe this was not the best, or why would you change it?
So I find certain challenges with fresh graduates. It's a problem everywhere. So in early days of our business, we hired fresh graduates, and they were some of them were really good. But the problem with the fresh graduates is even still we have the same problem with them. They don't have any point of comparison, right? They think that this is a company and maybe this other companies are like this too. So even if you give them a quarterly raises, a quarterly bonuses, if even if you spend them money to travel international, go see the trade shows, and even if you be like the best person in front of them, they don't have any point of compete. They think that probably every company is like this. And also
Mm.
they have their own goals. They want to do MBA after doing a job for 6 months. They want to probably work in a major corporation because we were still considered a small company. And let's say they get a job in IBM or they get a job in a big company. They were like, okay, you know what? Let me just switch. And you have done a lot of investments on them. Like you have trained them, you have made them travel, you spent thousands of dollars on their training. And now they're ready to deliver. And now some of them left. So we lost
Mm.
some candidates. Some people flew just because of just being fresh graduates. And we realized that the right approach is to probably hire someone with 2 to 5 years of experience because they have seen the world. They can compare between good and bad. They know that this company is staying on time, paying well, making you international travel. You're learning a lot, so this is a great opportunity. But if they don't have that comparison, they just say that the rest of the world is as good as this, and they will just leave you, and it hurts.
Wow. So they would just learn to appreciate you essentially and not just take it for granted that they have this amazing job in one of the fastest growing companies on the planet. They didn't know about it. But would they go down even like with a lesser pay? Like they would get paid less and still go to IBM? Or they just, IBM would match them? Or how was that pay structure wise?
So when the fresh graduates comes out, they didn't get a good salary because you always
Sure.
have to pay market competitive, right? And so, but when they get 6 months of experience, since they are like kids from a top school, with now they have experience and everyone want them, they can get a jump as 100%, 80%. Even if you match for some kids, they are like, okay, I probably want to go to the big company where I see a very big office, hundreds of people sitting there, very beautiful view and all that, and they're offering me this, and that. So you can't convince them really at that point.
So
When
did
they,
you match
because
or you
that's
didn't match? Did you
I
match them
tried
or
to
you didn't really
match.
match?
I tried to match. Some kids like just went abroad for study. Some kids just find an opportunity in a much renowned company. So when they get the when you hire them, you're not their best choice. You are their only choice because you're a fresh graduate. Someone give you a job, you take it just like that, right? You haven't made that decision with a lot of thought because you would rather have be employed rather than unemployed, right? After being graduated. So they got the job and now they want to actually do something else in their life and they just move. So all the investment and training that you have spent on them, all the kids who left was lost. So that's what I mean by doing things
Yep.
differently now.
Yep.
So in my journey, like I just keep working every day, keep learning from mistakes like these, like how to deal with people, what kind of people to hire, what is the right way to hire people. So this in this that's like a journey for any entrepreneur, right? How you learn day to day challenges of your business.
No, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, and then so how was that growth? Now you have the team, right? How many staff do you have today?
Okay, so I have two companies right now. One is my e-commerce business, which sells on Amazon, and one of my big company is my manufacturing company. Also, I have a logistic company that's separate, but let's not talk about it. So my e-commerce business, I have about 300 people. Uh,
300. Okay. And
300
that's
to
for
350.
And how much revenue is that piece? How much revenue does the e-commerce company do?
The last month we did close to 700 million.
Woo!
So the e-commerce, well, yeah, it's straight. So we have from phenomenal growth. So those 350 people managing a business of 700 million from a really less known country, right? Which is amazing because we have trained those people over a period of last 8 to 9 months. There are some people which are there for 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. So they have been with us in meetings every day, every single day for so many years, learned the business. So we have built a team like brick by brick, right? So we have built and I think if you see as compared to other companies, if you see number of people as compared to revenue, I would say we have far less people than others because we use
Yeah.
technology a lot. Yeah, and these people include, for example, all the content is written by us. We don't outsource. All the photo shoots are done by us, by internal team. All the videos are made by us, by internal team. So we have, for example, our media production team that makes all the video ads, all the videos, and all those still shoots. There are like about maybe 50 plus people, and they
Wow.
have such a big crew that if you want to make a production of a proper movie, they can make it, or like a TV series, they can make it. They have people from makeup artists, from light boy, spot boy, people who create the studio or the whole. So they have people that you find in a traditional production house that makes a proper production. Uh, so we hired people that like from local industry. They were involved in making like local TV series and similar industry, and then we hired like some Western looking models to do some of the photo shoots. So it worked well. So we don't outsource for anything for the video, for the technology, all software. We have like about thousands of screens, tens of thousands of menus on those screens, like from face recognition based in and out for employees in a company, from HRMS to from invoice creation to like all the way to Amazon and FBA, all the software with thousands of screens and 10,000s of menus, all built by our technology team in house, which has about 25 to 30
Wow.
people. So we don't
Wow.
outsource any software. We don't use any PPC software or any other technology uh, for
So okay,
that,
so
right?
just because that was a question. Some a listener asked the question: what software do you use? You use nothing. You use no like I don't know, Helium 10, Jungle Scout, Feedback Wiz. Like you use absolutely no other person's software than your own. Is that the answer?
So I use some of these softwares, but I use them like very rarely. Like for example, I use ShipStation to ship my, let's say, B2B orders, right?
Okay,
Because it's
ShipStation,
convenient
sure.
to create label. Like it's not my core business. It is 0.2% of my business. The some B2B orders. I use like Helium for certain features of Helium 10. Some of the people use, but they use probably once a week, twice a week. They don't use it on a day-to-day basis. I think 98% of our software needs are being done in-house. I can put it this
Wow.
way. And we are always looking at third-party softwares to see that as a point of comparison, like, are we missing any feature? Because every 2 years, 3 years, we see, okay, this is a software that gives you FBA, lost inventory refunds, and this is the software that gives you that. And we analyze the software, compare with our software. If the software has good features, we keep it for 6 months, and then we see if our software is doing pretty much same, then we stop the subscription. So we have used some softwares for a few months here and there, but only as a point of comparison. I think uh, for most software which are in the market combined for our needs, I think we have more features than them overall.
Wow.
So even if you combine some of the big software, our internal software is going to have more features than many of them have combined for our needs. Maybe they have features that may connect you to like Walmart and stuff. We don't need that. So I'm talking about the features that we need to do our stuff, and we have more features which is available in the market.
Wow. And okay, that's amazing. Sorry, so I stopped you. We're talking about now the manufacturing. So you have about 350 people in Utopia deals, which is 2 million revenue per employee, and that's majority of people are in Pakistan.
Everyone is in Pakistan.
Everyone's in Pakistan except yourself and your brother, I guess.
My brother moves to UAE, and we have one more person in Canada, but that's all.
That's it. So you have 3 people outside of Pakistan. Everyone else, 347 people approximately, running Utopia deals, all in Pakistan. That is unbelievable.